8 players will compete to add money to the team bank. The more obscure the answer, the more money they make. 7 of them are honest players, but 1 of them is cheating, and their goal is to find out who that is. If they can find the cheater and vote them out of the game, the honest players will split the cash prize. If not, the cheater takes it all for themselves. Welcome to Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
How dare you impugn my beaver?
Why didn't you listen to me?
Now let's meet our team for tonight on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. We have 8 players, and they are Lydia, Langley, CK, Jared, Ian, Nate, Susan, and Ash. And one of them has already been made a cheater. And Brian, you have chosen our cheater for tonight. You want to tell us all about that?
Oh yeah, I chose a method that required a little bit of advanced planning. You see, I created a unique radioactive dye and assigned it to each of you. And then I injected that dye into 8 different dinosaurs. And then I waited a little while. And today I measured my gas tank to find out which dinosaur was in it, and that person is the cheater.
All right. We will move on, play our first 2 questions. Hopefully our players can find out who the cheater is. Here comes our first question of the night. Name the 10 Saturday Night Live cast members, past or present, who have the highest current net worth. Now, the one with the highest net worth is number 1, worth 50 cents. That goes into the bank, all the way down to number 10 for $5. The first person who can give me a number 10 answer will win immunity for that round of voting, so keep that in mind. Before we go to Lydia for her first answer, we're going to have 30 seconds to talk it out. Say as much or as little as you like. Go.
Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers.
As much as I hate to say it, probably Adam Sandler and that whole pack of
Robert Downey Jr.
David Spade.
I forgot he was a
Chevy
cast.
Chase.
And
Julio-
then, yeah,
Julio
probably the
Dreyfus.
original.
Julio
Bill
Dreyfus.
Murray, Dan
Yeah.
Aykroyd, Tina Fey,
Chevy
probably.
Chase. Yeah, Chevy Chase.
Yeah, Tina Fey, Alec, yeah.
Chevy
Well,
Chase
all
is like
really good, so-
secret too. You said
Time.
Chris Rock already?
Lydia.
How about Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy is number 6. Very good. $3 into the pot. He has a net worth of
Oh, wow.
$85 million.
Shit.
He's doing okay for himself. Langley.
I'm gonna go with Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, right below Eddie Murphy there at number 5. He has a net worth of $135 million.
That's a
Very
jump.
good.
Yeah, because he's the producer. Yep.
He also makes good vodka.
CK.
Hey. There's so many obvious ones. I'm going to try to go for a little more money, so I'm going to say Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig does not make the top 10. No, sorry.
Whoa.
I would assume in the future she probably will. Jared.
Yeah, I'm going to take the residuals route and guess Tina Fey.
Yeah, surprisingly, she does not.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
I
glad,
would imagine she's right under the top 10, but yeah, she
I'm
does
glad you
not.
guessed it because that was going to be my guess. But
Ian.
Oh my God. I just have no idea now. Like I have one that I think is going to be fairly low on the list, I guess, but I'm just going to say Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell is number 7, 350.
Whoa.
Very good.
What is this list?
I mean, it's just by net worth. It's not necessarily they've made the best movies or anything. It's just how much money
It's
they have.
true. He's just made
Nate.
so many though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the top of the list is going to be tough. So I'm going with older people who've maybe amassed more in other ventures. And my personal favorite is Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray, number 4, $2. Very good. $140 million he's got.
Damn.
Susan.
I'm going to take a deep dive and say Harry Shearer.
Yeah, that is a good deep dive.
Oh,
Number
that's a
9,
very good one.
Harry
Yeah.
Shearer, making that Simpsons money.
Huh.
And finally, Ash.
Oof. Now I'm torn because I wanted almost say somebody else who did a lot of Simpsons things and probably has hella money from that. But I'm also thinking of Adam Sandler's Ragtag Crew. I'm gonna have to say Adam Sandler.
Yeah, for better or worse, number one, Adam Sandler
Yeah.
gets $300 million to go on vacation. And
Only
film
reason
Grown
I
Ups
didn't
7.
say Rob Schneider is because recently he went on Twitter saying how broke he was. So
Yeah, and that's probably deserved. Okay. Everyone has gone. We got a lot of answers on the
Indeed.
board. Let's take a look. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, $200 million.
She was born with that.
He comes for money, and then also the Seinfeld reruns, obviously. Mike Myers, $175 million.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, $70 million. And this one I heard said, but then no one went for it. It would have
I
gotten no
should've-
immunity. Chevy Chase.
Uh,
Nah.
I said that at the end, but I actually thought Chevy Chase was going to be much higher up the list, or much,
Move on to our next question. This is for double the money. Name the HBO show, past or present again, by 3 of its episodes. Winter is Coming, The North Remembers, Battle of the Bastards, The Larry David Sandwich, Funkhauser's Crazy Sister, and The Reunion. Guy walks into a psychiatrist's office, members only, and Pine Barrens. What Sex Got to Do with It? Escape from New York and A Woman's Right to Shoes. Election Night Part 1, the 112th Congress, and We Just Decided to. International Assassin, Good Day Melbourne, and The Book of Nora. Stealing from Saturn, Son of Hades, and Heroes of the Republic. The Summer Palace, Turn Haven, and This Is Not for Tears. Broadway, Limited, To the Lost, and El Dorado. And Duck and Cover, The Dickensian Aspect, and Sentencing. 30 seconds to talk it out. Immunity is still on the table. And then we'll go to Langley for his first answer. Go.
I know number
This
9 was
is-
that cowboy one that was newish, but I can't remember the name of it.
Deadwood.
I swear this is a category that is right up my alley.
Spill it, buddy.
Let's see. Well, I know you've got, looking at some of this, you might have Sex in the City. There might be Rome.
5 is probably
There's
Game of Thrones.
Veep.
Oh,
2's Curb.
Time. Langley.
I'm gonna go big, only because I think I remember this title, but I think the Dickensian aspect I want to say is The Wire.
The Dickensian Aspect. The Wire, very good, Langley.
Good.
$10.
Okay.
And you have immunity through this round. Very nicely done.
Well played, sir.
CK. Yeah, CK, you're next.
I'm hoping that the $4 answer is Sex in the City.
It sure is Sex in the City. Coming back soon, apparently.
Oh,
Jared.
my.
Yay.
Gonna take a stab to try and make up for not getting anything last round. Is 7 Rome?
Rome, very good.
Rome
Love that
is
show.
1, 2. Rome around
Right.
the world.
Ian.
I mean, just to make you proud, 6 is The Leftovers.
It is The Leftovers, very good. $6. Nate.
Okay, I don't have HBO, but I know the first 4. But I also happen to know number 8 is Succession, because a woman made me watch it once.
It is Succession, very good. $8.
I didn't know that one.
All right, Susan.
I don't know. I hope that the Larry David Sandwich one is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That'd be really mean if it wasn't. Wouldn't it? Curb Your Enthusiasm, very good. Ash.
It's Real Sports with Brian Gumbo.
Okay, so I just want to say I thought the show Rome was about Jim Rome, so joke's on me.
That was Arliss.
Oh, okay. 9, I know the show, but I can't remember the name of it. Same with 5. So I've got to go with the only one that I literally watched, and that's the $1 answer for Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, very good. $1. And finally, Lydia.
Feeling pretty lucky that there's actually still one on there that I know. The $3 answer would be The Sopranos.
Yep. $3. Sopranos guy walks into psychiatrist's office. $3 for you. Very good round there. Both questions. We'll go over the 2 we didn't get. We got 8 out of 8. 5 is The Newsroom. And then 9, I think you were thinking of Westworld, Ash. It was actually
Is it
Boardwalk
Deadwood?
Empire.
Oh, okay.
So I will tally up your bank for the first round. It's going to be a pretty good one.
Oh, so I didn't know either of the ones I thought I knew. Good thing I went with
Yeah.
what I.
If you would like to start
Same.
throwing accusations around, go ahead. Everyone got money in that round.
I will literally show you guys my phone to show you I'm not the cheater if you just let me get past the first round this time.
I feel like CK had a really good answer in the first one, and then Langley nailing the number 10 there. Although The Wire was pretty well watched.
Also,
Yeah.
I only knew that because I remember how odd that one episode, that Dickensian aspect thing. That's the only reason why that triggered Wire, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten that at all.
I
Yeah.
got $0 the first question, just as a reminder.
I got both the bottom answers because
I don't know
again,
that bragging about
I got
doing
pop
badly will
culture
help
and-
you in this game, but okay. Maybe.
I think The
Well, I
Wire
thought you
beat the
said
number
that I
10.
did well the first round, and I'm just saying I
No.
got 0.
I'm trying to get better at playing the game in the first round because it seems to be all I have to work with. So
Well, we have Nate and we have Ash, who both often get voted out in the first round. So one of you will survive this.
Now it's just exciting to see who.
We are up to a total of $57 after round one, which is a pretty good start.
Who do we send the
For your
vote to?
individual totals.
oh yeah.
Now, Brian has a fact about our cheater tonight.
Yes, I do. I did a little research about the cheater and I was shocked. Cheater loves Girl Scout cookies, but hates Girl Scouts. So he or she always orders several dozen boxes of Thin Mints, but pays for them with socks full of pennies.
Whoa.
We know it's not
Maybe
me
it's
because
me.
we don't have Girl Scouts, we don't have Girl Scout cookies, and we don't have pennies.
It's just
All right, so I need the 8 of you to please send me the name of the person you think is the cheater. Person with the most
You
votes
have
is out
quite
of
a
the
few
game.
socks, though.
Cheater,
We
obviously
send it-
don't vote for yourself. And remember, do not vote for Langley. He has immunity this round. Time to see what our contestants think. See who's leaving the game. We have 8 players and 8 votes. We know Langley is safe because he won the immunity there. We'll start with him.
Okay. Well, I only picked this person strictly because I have to pick someone. That is the only reason. So I picked Lydia.
1 vote for Lydia. Lydia, what do you think?
I also had to pick someone, and that someone was Nate.
1 for Nate, 1 for Lydia. Nate,
I had to pick somebody. Carried on for a bit about jumping on the excuse about not even knowing what Girl Scouts are or something. So I'm very disappointed in you, Lydia.
1 for Susan. Susan, what do you think?
I didn't know who to vote for, so I voted for CK.
Hey, 1 for CK, 1 for Susan, 1 for Lydia, 1 for Nate. CK.
I based my vote solely on the clue, so I went with Nate.
2 for Nate. Jared.
I don't know. It's the first round. Her score was the closest to mine, so I said Susan.
2 for Susan, 2 for Nate, 1 for CK, 1 for Lydia.
God.
Ian.
I mean, this is just the craziest coincidence, but I also had to vote for someone. So I voted for CK.
2 for CK, 2 for Susan, 2 for Nate. Ash, it all comes
Wow.
down to your vote.
Ash, I swear to God.
you know how I'm always clutching this situation, and again, like everybody said, had to vote for somebody. This is the probably first and only vindictive vote I will ever do in this game. And literally what I sent to Colin was, I vote for Ian because he always votes for me in the first round.
1 vote for Ian. That means we have a tie. Your money has been cut in half. You have failed to vote out the cheater, and the cheater gets to pick off the player of their choice. I need all 8 of you to please DM Brian, the name of the contestant you want to send home. Cheater, only your vote counts. Now, cheater, it does not have to be one of our tied players. It can be anybody, but it cannot be Langley because he won immunity in that round. So everyone please DM that to Brian, and the cheater has chosen who they would like to eliminate. So if I click on your name and it turns green like Langley, who we know is safe, that means you're safe and on to the next round. But if it turns red, you're the first player out of the game, the cheater has picked you. All right, so Ian, you were getting pretty nervous there, so we'll start with you. Ian, you're safe.
Okay.
Ash, I think Ian's more nervous about this. Ash, you are safe.
Oh, fuck.
I don't like that you skipped over my name.
Nate, I'm just jumping around how I feel like. You are safe. Susan.
This is amazing.
Susan, I'm sorry the cheater has picked you. Your penny defense was completely honest, but you are the first player to be voted out of the game. We know you weren't the cheater. Hopefully you can make some money at the end of the game. 7 players left. One of them is the cheater, $28.50 in the bank. Hopefully they can find the cheater when we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. We've got 7 players left, $28.50 in the bank. They failed to vote out the cheater, and the tiebreaker was cast for Susan, who is now out of the game. Before we go on to our next question, we'll go over your rollover. Each of you has 1 rollover. You see that under your name there, that's the R. If you don't know an answer, you want to put a fellow teammate on the spot, use your rollover, pass your turn to them. You can use that once per game. Okay, we'll move on to our next question here. Name the top 10 most studied languages on Duolingo in 2020. 30 seconds to talk it out until we go to CK for her first answer. Go.
English, Spanish, French, German,
Italian.
Probably like Mandarin or some form of like Chinese or
Polish.
Japanese.
Well, yeah,
Japanese.
the games are in Japan this year, so yeah.
Russian, because I do Duolingo every day.
Portuguese.
Portuguese, probably on there. Japanese. Did we say Italian?
Yeah.
I got at least 8.
Time. All right. A lot of answers getting thrown out there. CK.
I'm gonna go with German.
Number 4, German, $2. Jared.
Don't have Duolingo, but I watched Mayor of Easttown, so I know how to speak Pennsylvanian. I will guess Portuguese.
Portuguese, number 8, $4. I don't know what Kate Winslet's accent was, but that was not Pennsylvania. Ian.
I was going to say Dothraki, but I think that lost popularity around the time the finale came out. So I'll just go Italian.
Italian, number 5, $2.50. Very good.
Also a passionate people.
Yes. Love
Nate.
horses.
I'm shooting for the top of the range here. I just sent you all a screenshot that I have a 1,200-day streak on Duolingo as an easy Russian?
Russian. Yeah, number 9. Very good.
I thought it might be 6 or 7.
Oh, wow.
Ash.
Ugh, I don't want to keep scraping the bottom of the barrel, but I feel like I might with this one too. I'm gonna go with Mandarin, like I said in the 30 seconds.
If by
So-
bottom of the barrel, you mean top of the barrel. Chinese.
What?
Hey.
No!
Wow. Nice.
$5.
Oh, shut up!
Lydia.
All right, well, I know French is going to be on there.
Yep, number 3, French, $1.50. And Langley.
I'm gonna go for something that may not, it seems obvious when you think about it, but I'm hoping that it's higher up, as in lower on the list. So like, anyway, let's try English.
Number 1, English,
Wow.
50 cents.
Never mind. That blew up in my face.
To be fair,
Dude,
there
that's
are a
what
lot
I
of
thought
English
Mandarin
speakers
was
who
gonna
need to
do.
learn English.
I thought Mandarin was gonna be like down there and like around Spanish and all that, like in the bottom of it. Like, really?
Same. Yeah,
Spanish, number 2.
that's what I thought was
Japanese,
gonna
number
be
6.
number
And
one.
number 7, Korean.
Mm.
So a very good round. A lot of top answers adding money to the bank there. And we'll move on to our next question. Okay. Fill in the blanks in these famous ironies. In 1962, Decca Records turned blank down, saying guitar groups are on their way out. Parson Weems invented the story of George Washington chopping down the cherry tree to teach blank. No one knows who invented the fire hydrant because the U.S. Patent Office blank. New Hampshire's license plates, which say live free or die, are made by blank. Blank was afraid of mice. Mel Blanc hated the taste of blank. Bob Falfa, an American graffiti character only seen in his Chevrolet, is played by blank. When blank was invented, it was called an elixir of immortality. The slogan of blank was ask why, and Gene Clark left blank because he was afraid of flying. 30 seconds to talk it out, and we'll go to Jared for his first answer. Go.
All right, so the patent office caught fire. The New Hampshire license plates are made by prisoner. Walt Disney was afraid of mice. Mel Blanc hated carrots.
Carrots, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford for number 7.
Like I said, like this is general knowledge weirdness.
Does anyone know the top 3?
I was thinking Bud
first
Dry
thing
for
is
Ask Why, but that was Don't Ask Why Bud Dry, and now I can't think of it.
Time. All right, Jared.
All right, I'll just go with the highest one I know. Number 7 is Harrison Ford.
Yes, the character only seen in his Chevrolet is played by Ford. Ian.
I do just love the sentence Mel Blanc hated the taste of blank. But the answer is carrot.
Humanity answer.
Yes, he hated the taste of carrots. He would spit them out right after doing the scene. Nate.
I know numbers 9 and 10, and I'm afraid to use them because I'm further than I've ever been in the game.
Bro, I just dumped all those answers, and people probably think I'm the cheater, even though I haven't looked at my phone since this round began.
I've only looked at it to dial in, but Gene Clark was the guy in the birds, and that was a long-standing joke that he didn't fly. He would not fly anywhere.
Yeah, he left the birds because he was afraid of flying. Very good, $10.
Wow, good job.
And then he died young anyway. He died young anyway, and it wasn't from flying. So
yeah.
Way to go.
All right. Yeah, I gotta go with the highest one I know, which is Walt Disney was afraid of mice.
Walt Disney was afraid of mice. I was gonna make it Walt Disney was afraid of blank, and then I realized there were a lot of bad potential answers, so it's Lydia.
New Hampshire's license plates are made by prisoners.
They are. Live free or die. Made by prisoners. Would have also accepted Bruce Willis. Langley.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with the highest one that I actually think that I know, which is no one knows who invented the fire hydrant because the U.S. Patent Office burned down.
Burned down. Very good.
Okay.
That's one of those things that sounds so made up. I had to look it up to verify, but it is definitely true.
Yep.
NCK.
I mean, I think I might know the first 2, but I'm not positive. So I'm going to go ahead and use my rollover now.
Who do you want to pass to?
I'm going to pass to Nate because he said he knew some of the higher ones. So I'm
All
hoping
right.
he can pull the number 10.
Back to Nate.
Dang it. All right, number 9 is Enron.
Enron.
For those of us of a certain age will remember the news coverage from that. But that was like
crap. That's right.
All right. We'll go over the 3
why.
we didn't get. Very good round, 7 for 7. Decca Records turned down the Beatles. He invented the story of George Washington chopping down the cherry tree to teach honesty. And when gunpowder was invented, it was called the elixir of immortality. So we had a really good round there. Let's take a look at our total. 92.50.
Damn.
But if
Nice.
you fail to vote out the cheater, that's getting cut in half. We'll take a look at your individual totals here. Would anyone like to throw out any more accusations before we vote?
How did Nate get so much money in one round?
Because CK rolled over to him.
The rollover.
The CK rolled over to me, and I knew 9
He
and
got
10.
the 10 and the 9.
Okay.
I always forget about the rollover thing.
And I only got an answer that was worth $10, which I didn't think was going to be.
You got a 5 and a 5, Ash.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think either of them were going to be that. I surprised myself, really.
Okay, Brian has another fact about our cheater.
Oh, I do. If you thought the previous one was bad, The cheater's house is built out of sticks, but the big bad wolf didn't blow it down because the cheater sold out 2 of the 3 little pigs to save his or her skin.
That's ruthless.
That is
Right, so keep that in mind, and I need the 7 of you to please send me your votes. All right, all of our votes are in. We have $92.50 in the bank. A lot of money. Don't want to have to lose half of that. We're going to start with Ash. Who do you think the cheater is?
Oh, I said Lydia because she's playing too averagely.
Too averagely, okay? You say after getting
But I
$2
still love you,
$5
Lydia.
answers.
I'm
Nate.
sorry.
I voted for Jared.
Okay.
It was just a feeling. I have no reasoning.
One for Lydia, one for Jared. Ian.
I didn't want to type anything different, so I voted for CK again.
Voting for CK
It's
again.
2
Okay.
letters.
You copy
Jared.
paste.
Not proud of myself.
I said Ash.
One Lydia, one
Bring a
Ash,
little
one Jared, one
suspiciously.
CK. CK, what do you think?
Once again, just based solely on the clue, I voted for Ian.
Oh, I figured it was a get back vote from last round, but either way. Okay,
Never
Langley.
sell out my vote.
I voted for CK, but not for really. It's just a combination of math, and again, I have to pick somebody. So
There you go. 2 votes for CK. It all comes down to Lydia's vote.
I voted for E, and I'm not going to give a reason.
Okay, that means we have another tie. 46-25 in the bank. You've lost half your money again. And once again, the cheater gets to pick off the player of their choice. Everyone is vulnerable. Everyone, please send your votes to Brian. The cheater has decided. Time to see who will be leaving the game next. Okay, 7 players. We know the drill. If it turns green like this, you're safe. If it turns red, you are out. Ian, we'll start with you. You're safe. CK. CK, the cheater has chosen you, I'm sorry. And you are the second player eliminated from the game. We know you weren't the cheater. Hopefully you can come back at the end and make some money. 6 players remain. 2 players have been voted out by the cheater because of a tie break. Hopefully they can come to a decision when we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 6 players remain in the game. 2 honest players have been voted out by the cheater in ties. Time for our answer board. 20 answers will be on the board. 10 are right, 10 are wrong. The more obscure the answer, the more money it's worth. Which of these are actual stories compiled in Grimm's fairy tales? The Girl Without Hands, The Mouse, the Bird, and the Sausage, The 3 Witches and Their Chattering Teeth, The King Who Fell into Poverty, Ferdinand the Faithful and Ferdinand the Unfaithful, The Elves and the Water Wheel, 3 Flies in the Moon, The Story of the Youth Who Went Forth to Learn What Fear Was, The Hat and the Horn, Hans the Sapling, The Singing Bone, The Apple, the Leech, and the Parrot, The Little Duck Who Took Up Carpentry, The Devil's Sooty Brother, The Devil and His Grandmother, The Chicken, the Drum, and the Cabbage, The Angel Who Met a Bandit on the Road, 1 Eyes, 2 Eyes, and 3 Eyes, Grandfather Wolf, and The Magic Table, the Gold Donkey, and the Club in the Sack. 10 of these are actual stories compiled in Grimm's fairy tales. You're going to have 30 seconds to talk it over, and when that runs out, we're going to go to Ian for his first answer. Go.
I am at a complete loss. Like,
I literally have
Let's
nothing.
talk
to
it
say.
over.
I flat out refuse to look at any of these before I have to answer because it's ridiculous.
I mean, my overall thought when it comes to Grimm's fairy tales is all the things that have like elves and devil, I would doubt that they would do because most of their things were like witches and still like humans.
Animals, yeah.
Right.
I love the Devil's Sooty Brother.
Yeah. that was
Time.
pretty good.
Okay, and just so you know, I didn't use any here. I'm like, oh, that was actually a Hans Christian Andersen one. No, I just made up the fake ones. So
Okay.
I'm not going to make it that tricky. Ian, you're first.
Like I love all of these.
All 20 of them that have you read them or?
Yeah, I've read all 20. I like this sucks being the first person with these ones, but I'll go for the story of the youth who went forth to learn what fear was.
The story of the youth who went forth to learn what fear was. The 18th century German Englishman who went up a hill and came down a mountain. Let's light it up and see. That is the $5 answer. Very good, Ian.
Wow. Good job.
Right out of the gate.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. All right, Nate, you're next.
God.
I hate this question. I hate it. I have absolutely no sense of anything here. Nothing. Like, I'm saying nothing. I get halfway through saying one of them and I'm like, this is stupid. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is the 16th.
The three witches and their chattering teeth.
The three witches and their chattering teeth. Now I made that up. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. This is ridiculous.
Ash.
Oof. I'm torn between two that are almost kind of next to each other. One.
You can roll over to Nate and make him really mad.
No, oh god, that's just painful. I wouldn't do that. I mean, Elves in the Water Wheel.
The elves and the water wheel. No. Sorry.
Really?
Nope. Lydia.
I feel like the devil and his grandmother is more likely than the devil's sooty brothers. I go with grandmother.
Devil and his grandmother. That is correct. Very good. $3. Yeah.
The Devil Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. The SCU.
Yeah, Ben Affleck tanked that one too.
You got De Niro, you got Pacino. I think there's a good cinematic universe there. Langley.
I'm taking a complete guess, so I have no clue for this one. The Singing Bone?
The Singing Bone.
Giggity.
That is real. $1. Very good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that was the easy one. We should all know that one.
Because it was included in the movie The Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm. And finally, Jared.
Right, there are 4 of them that have the format, the A, the B, and the C. So one of them's got to be true. And I will pick the chicken, the drum, and the cabbage.
The chicken, the drum, and the cabbage is not real.
Wow.
All right. So we got 3 out of 6.
Colin,
may
man, ask a question.
This is
The Girl Without Hands, that's real.
Is
The
Ferdinand
Mouse, the Bird, and the Sausage, that's real. King who fell into poverty is not real. Ferdinand the Faithful and Ferdinand the Unfaithful, that is real.
Damn it.
Two Flies in the Moon, no. Knapsack the Hat, the Horn is real. Hans the Sapling is not real. Let's see. The Devil's City Brother. Yep.
And the grandmother?
Yeah, his sonny brother and his grandmother. It's a really weird Satan family reunion.
Again,
One eye, 2 eyes, and 3 eyes is real, yeah. And finally, one more, the Magic Table, the Gold Donkey, and the Club in the Sack.
That would have been my other guess.
That was real. You should have rolled over to Ian then, apparently. He would have gotten you your second most expensive answer.
Apparently.
Very good round for Ian.
I told you I almost.
need another drink.
There's a reason these aren't Disney movies.
Yeah, these are the ones that didn't catch on. Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys see
anybody who couldn't get that?
Double money question. Name the top 10 versions of the song Hallelujah. This is I heard there was a secret chord song. According to a 2015 Newsweek article, they ranked 60 versions. This was their top 10. 30 seconds to talk it out, and we'll go to Nate for his answer.
Jeff Buckley.
Rufus
Come on,
Wainwright.
team. Name any, please.
I only know 3.
Anybody name anything?
Lenny Cohen, Jeff Buckley, and Rufus Wainwright was the one from Shrek that everybody knows. Those are the only 3 I know.
I just know I'm sick of that song.
Oh, didn't that dude with the ukulele who did the Somewhere Over the Rainbow do one too?
Tiny Tim.
Oh,
no!
Nate, you're up.
I'm glad because I don't know many answers. I don't know which one's going to be highest, but to me, Jeff Buckley is the best one. So I'm just saying that just on, like, that's the only version. Jeff Buckley.
I would
is
agree that's the
only
best one. It actually ranked at number 2 though, so $2 for you.
That's bullshit.
They have their reasons and I'll explain them, but I would agree it's the best. Ash.
Again, the only one I know for sure, other than the big Hawaiian guy whose name I can't remember and can probably scantily pronounce as well. I'm just gonna go with Cohen.
Leonard Cohen actually ranked at number 8.
No, oh, shut the hell up, dude. Who made this? Oh, Newsweek.
Really? Are you kidding me?
What do you have against gravelly voices, Newsweek?
I think it's because there's not much of a tune in his version, is what they said. Lydia.
My favorite version, and I haven't like watched it on YouTube, I'd recommend you give it a watch, is Katie Lang.
Oh, yes, Katie Lang, very good.
Wait,
number 5.
Really?
Okay, Lydia's the cheater.
I agree. That's a very good version. All right.
It's the only one I
If
knew.
anybody who knows any version other than the 3 that I know is a cheater.
I only knew the one, so guess what?
Anyone smarter than me is cheating.
I think someone said it. Rufus Wainwright.
That is the version
that
for
it?
Shrek, and that is number 3, Rufus Wainwright.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Jared.
I have no idea, but I think the ukulele dude Ash and Nate were talking about is Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim did not make the list. I'm sorry.
No,
And that will haunt my night.
Different ukulele guy. A different ukulele guy.
Oh, the different ukulele guy. Okay.
I don't even
like
know if
30
that
year
could-
difference.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name either. I was gonna say, no, I doubt that it's on there because I don't think their version was out as of 2015. But I'll say Pentatonics.
Pentatonics, thank God, does not make the list. That is the worst version.
Not great.
They play it as a Christmas song. I'm going to stop ranting anyway. Number 1 is because he took Leonard Cohen's version and did the arrangement that everyone else copied. That's why he's number 1. It's John Cale.
All right.
Number 4
I've never heard
is
that.
Regina Spektor.
I'm sorry, what?
Bob
I'd
Dylan.
like to hear that.
Oh,
Hang on, I'm gonna take, when we're done, I'm taking a screenshot of this because I want to look them all up.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
it'll be in the
that?
video.
Are you sure
Randy
that
Carlisle,
Dylan
that
did?
one is
Paramore,
yeah.
and the $10
What?
answer. This is actually a different ukulele guy. Not Tiny Tim, not Israel. Jake Shimabukuro.
Oh.
Yep. $10 if
Not
you
a
got
clue.
that one. I will tally up your
No
banks
clue.
for the round. If someone wants to start making accusations, go ahead.
I couldn't even dream of doing that because I knew barely any of these. So
I'm voting for Langley. I'm voting for Langley because he said he didn't remember any of them but one of them, but then he came up with Rufus Wainwright, which is a weird name to come up with.
But
it's
Langley, you've been
it's
accused
because
of
one of
defending
you
yourself.
mentioned it.
Nate,
It's because one
Yeah,
of
no.
you mentioned it.
I'm pretty sure it was Nate who mentioned it too.
I did mention it, and I did know
Are you
that. but
deflecting, sir? Are you deflecting?
No,
But-
I'm saying I think that I don't think I would remember that name the second time that I heard it.
All right, Langley, you've been accused. Who would you like to accuse?
Oh, I'll just accuse back for the hell of it. Yeah, okay. So Nate, sure.
All right.
Naturally,
Right,
yeah.
back to Nate. Nate, defend yourself.
But
I told you up front the 3 that I knew. I have no reason not to know those. I don't know. I was glad that I went first. I know that because I wouldn't have gotten anything past the first 3.
Yep, dude, I was glad I went second because if I wouldn't have gone second, I wouldn't have had Leonard Cohen and I wouldn't have known anything and thrown out one of my local musician buddies' names just as a Hail Mary to see if maybe he was picked up at some point.
All right. By the way, I have to announce we have
Thank
our
you,
first,
Langley. I
we
appreciate
have
that.
our first 0 of the game. We didn't get any zeros in the first 2 rounds, so keep that in mind. Okay. At the end of that round, 70-25 in the bank, but if you fail to vote out the cheater, that's going to be cut in half. Here are your individual totals, and Brian has one more cheater fact for us.
You have a cheater fact. The cheater, remember, we're talking about a very bad person here. The cheater has a lovely tattoo of a happy little singing duckling. It shows one musical note for every person he or she has killed.
Oh, wow.
But did the duckling take up carpentry?
That's what
All right.
I should do.
I need
Checking
these
out my
6 of you
tattoos
to
real
please
quick.
lock in your votes for who you think the cheater is. All the votes are in. Time to see what our players think. Will we have another tie? 6 players, 6 votes. We're going to start with Lydia.
I voted for.
Okay, 1 vote for Ash.
Okay.
Langley,
Only for self-defense purposes, I voted for Nate.
okay. Let's see if your self-defense was correct. Nate,
Of course I voted for Langley.
1 for Nate, 1 for Langley, 1 for Ash. Ian,
Because I was unconvinced, I also voted for Langley.
2 for
Well,
Langley,
it's
1 more, and
unconvincing.
he is out. Ash,
It's supposed to be unconvincing, so.
Oh my god, I literally said a new fighter enters the chat. Langley.
I'm out.
4 votes for Langley. He has been
Very
voted out of the
sleepy.
game. And now we have to know, Langley, were you the cheater?
I am not the cheater.
He was not the cheater.
No, that's not possible.
Bank is cut in half
I was
to
sure.
31-62. Cheater stays in the game. 5 players remain. We'll be right back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 5 players left. 3 honest players have left us, and there's 31-62 in the bank. Let's see if we can find who the cheater is with these next 2 questions. Name the top 10 songs from Sesame Street, according to Live About. Gonna have
What is
30
Live
seconds
About?
to talk it out, and we'll go to Ash for his answer.
What
Go.
is live about? Is this just like some random?
It's the website.
Okay.
Rubber
Top
duck.
10, like from the beginning of Sesame Street.
Rubber Ducky. I don't know what the names of the songs are. I just know the songs.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Like,
If you give me a lyric, that's fine.
C is for cookie. Rubber Ducky.
Oh,
I love trash.
Yes.
what about the? I don't know the name of it, but the one, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
9, 10, 11, 12, 12.
The 12 song.
Okay, since these are children's songs, and children's songs also often have alternate titles, if you give me a lyric, that's fine, don't worry. Ash, you're up.
I'm gonna let Nate take that one if it's still left, by the way. But yeah, I gotta go for Oscar the Grouch. I love trash.
$3, very good, I love trash.
I know that one from Family Guy.
All right, Lydia.
Well, the mailman is a person in your neighborhood.
People in your neighborhood, that is correct, $2.
I forget about that one.
Girl.
We get sued by the Children's Television Workshop for singing all these songs, so be it. Jared.
C is for cookies, probably pretty low, but that's good enough for me.
150, C is for cookie. Very good.
So I know more Muppets than I know Sesame Street. They Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one for number 1. 50 cents. Nate.
Do I need to know the name of it, or is the
Give me
thing
a
that I
lyric
sang
and I'll
before?
let it go.
It's just singing the numbers 1 through 10. There's like pinball happening. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
It had
correct. Number 9
Wicked Bridge,
is the pinball
Crazy
song.
Bridge.
That's a
It's the good
banger.
part.
That should be number 1.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna let you have that one.
450,
appreciate
very
that.
good. We'll go over the answers here. Did pretty well there. It's Not Easy Being Green.
What?
It
Yep.
started on Sesame Street. Before the Muppet
Yep.
Show, Kermit sang it on Sesame Street.
Yep.
Sing.
Huh.
Made famous by the Carpenters. The ABCDEFGHI song where Big Bird thinks it's all one word.
What?
Sesame Street
spell anything.
theme.
Oh, for Christ.
And the $5 answer.
How did we
Elmo
miss
song.
that? Elmo song.
We will move on to our next question here for double the money.
Elmo
Okay,
was
name
past
the
my
only
time.
movie these actors received an Oscar nomination for. They've all received 1 in their career. Jennifer Hudson, Hugh Jackman, Tim Robbins, Steve Carell, Rachel McAdams, Paul Giamatti, Dev Patel, Lauren Bacall, Steve McQueen, and George Burns. 30 seconds to talk it out, and we will go to Lydia for her answer. Go.
Dreamgirls, The Greatest Showman, Shawshank Redemption.
I don't know what
Olympic
the
one. I
actions
don't
are.
remember the name.
Now.
Was
Is
Paul
Hugh Jackman
Giamatti Sideways?
Thing?
What? I wouldn't know that. I know like two of these.
Lion.
I know none of these.
And if anyone wants George Burns, that was the Sunshine Boys.
I might be giving it something away, but I don't think Tim Robbins.
Lydia, you're first.
I've never chosen this option before, but I'm going to roll over to Jared.
Okay, Jared, you're on the spot.
All right, George Burns was the Sunshine Boys.
Very good. George Burns, the Sunshine Boys, $10. He said it in the 30 seconds. It was up for anyone's grabs. And now, Jared, you get to give your answer.
Yeah, I'm mad I don't know 9 or 8. I have guesses, but I'm not going to take a stab at those. Dev Patel was Lion.
Lion, that is correct. Ian, you're next.
Paul Giamatti is Sideways.
It should have been, but it was not.
Oh, that's a
nope.
Was it
Believe it or not, Fred
Lady in
Claus.
the
No, Nate, you're next.
The only two that I think I know are number 2 and 3. And I'm going out on a limb here just to get 3 because I don't think that Tim Robbins was Shawshank. I think it was Mystic River.
Nominated and won Best Supporting Actor, Mystic River.
Because I remember being mad that he didn't
nominated
get
for
an Oscar
Shawshank,
nomination.
not Tim Robbins. Yeah.
Deep cut. Okay.
Yeah. Mystic River, great movie. Ash.
I know so many Steve Carell movies. Can I just shout out like 40, and if I get one right, no. Okay, then I'm just gonna stick with that number and say 40-year-old virgin. Virgin. I don't know.
He was not nominated for the 40-year-old virgin. I'm sorry. We'll go over the other ones here. Jennifer Hudson, it was said, Dreamgirls. Hugh Jackman was actually, believe it or not, Les Mis.
Les Mis. Yeah.
That's what I was
Wait,
thinking.
what?
Carell was Foxcatcher.
That's what it's called.
Rachel McAdams was Spotlight. Yeah, everyone would have thought Sideways. Actually, Thomas Hayden Church was nominated for Sideways. Paul Giamatti got it for Cinderella Man.
Right.
Lauren Bacall for The Mirror Has Two
Mirror
Faces.
has 2 faces.
And Steve McQueen, The Sand
Wait,
Pebbles.
oh, okay.
I'm not a movie guy.
In the bank, we have 63-12. But if you fail to vote out the cheater, that's getting cut in half again. You know the deal. Here's your scores for the round. If anyone would like to make any more accusations, you can go ahead. And Brian has the cheater fact for us.
I do have a cheater fact. The cheater invented hammer pants.
Okay. Keep that in mind. And
That
I need
was
the 5
Jared.
of you to please cast your votes. Okay, all the votes have been cast. Time to see what our team thinks, see if they can spot the cheater. Let's go right down the line here. We'll start with Lydia.
I voted for Ash.
Hey, 1 for Ash.
Oh.
Jared.
Likewise, said Ash.
Oh.
2 for Ash. If he gets 1 more, he is out. Ian.
Oh man, Ash.
Yeah.
I voted for Jared.
1 for Jared. Nate, what do you think?
No, I'm just kidding.
I also voted for Jared.
2 for Jared, 2 for Ash. Ash, it
It
all
all
comes down
comes
to your
down to
vote. Okay.
I literally put ... meh ... Ian. Like I had no idea.
We have another tie. 31-56 in the bank. And I need the 5 of you to send Brian the name of the player you want to send home. Cheater, only your vote counts, of course. Cheater has cast their vote. Time to see who's leaving the game. 5 players left. 1 of them will be out of the game. We know if it turns green like this, you're safe. If it turns red, you're out. Jared, we will start with you. Jared, you are safe. On to the final four. Lydia, you're safe. Ash. Ash is going to pick you. I'm sorry, and that means you are out of the game. We know you weren't the cheater. Hopefully, you can come make some money at the end of the game. Four players left. When we come back, they get to give 2 answers to every question. Hopefully, that will help them because we have had 3 tiebreakers. We'll be right back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 4 players have been eliminated. 3 of them by tiebreak. We have had a lot of ties in this game. But we have 4 players left. They now get to give 2 answers to every question, so hopefully that will help them. Here comes the first question of round 5. Name the top 10 most portrayed characters in film, real or fictional, according to an IMDb article from 2013. You're gonna have 30 seconds to talk it out. When time runs out, we go to Jared for his first answer. Go.
I just want to say these together, Jesus and Batman.
Hey.
Coincidence.
Oh, well, they
God,
both stay up and don't go
the
down.
devil.
So I guess that would.
I think I read Sherlock Holmes was like the #1 somewhere.
It's probably up there. Santa Claus.
Could it be James Bond?
Time. And yeah, remember, real or fictional. And Jared, you get to go first.
I'm gonna steal your answer there. I like Santa Claus.
#2.
Wow.
Santa Claus. I believe because it's IMDb, so it includes TV movies. So there's a lot of Hallmark.
Oh.
There's a lot of Billy Bob Thornton in there.
Bad Santa 7, Santa Harder. Okay.
At least 3 Tim Allens.
It's the best Santa.
Yeah. Ian.
I don't know. I really like this answer. I feel like it won't be like super high. I'm gonna say Jesus.
Yes, #3. Jesus.
Never mind.
Nate.
Let's go with Satan.
We have the top 3 out of the way. The devil.
Wow.
The
I thought
most
that would be
portrayed
higher.
character. 50 cents.
The
And
devil.
Lydia.
I think I heard somebody say Sherlock Holmes. Let's go with that.
#9, Sherlock Holmes. Very good.
Huh.
450 for you. Back to Jared.
So I'm gonna try a real one. I'm gonna guess Abraham Lincoln.
That is, yeah, very good. #8, $4.
That's what I was thinking.
All right.
I
Ian.
can think of.
I don't know why this is the other one I was thinking. Maybe because of, I think it's Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Hunter or something along those lines. I'm going to say Dracula.
Whatever got you to that answer, it's a good one. Dracula.
Yeah.
350, very good. All right. Nate.
Nobody said God. Nobody said Hitler. I'm guessing Hitler.
All right. Yeah, that is #6. Adolf Hitler, $3.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
And finally, Lydia.
I was pretty stumped until Nate helped me out there. How about God?
Yes. To once again, saving any religious debate, God and Jesus are listed as separate answers. God, #4, $2. Very good round, 8 for 8. I'm very impressed. The ones we didn't get: Napoleon and Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Okay.
That's a good one. I would not have thought of that.
Move on to our next question of the round. Next question. Okay, this is the last week, sadly, of Conan's talk show on TBS, so fill in the blanks in these Conan O'Brien running jokes from Late Night, The Tonight Show, or his current TBS show. Blank, the comic insult dog, making fun of Blank's age, the lever that shows clips from Blank, clips of Blank smushed together to sound like gibberish, the Blank bear, Paul Rudd shows a clip of Blank, Artie Kendall the singing Blank, Blank recites Sarah Palin, basic cable Blank, and wax statues of Blank and Blank. 30 seconds to talk it out, and then we will go to Ian for the first answer. Go.
The lever that shows clips of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Making fun of Abe Vigoda's age, Triumph.
Triumph the Comic Insult Dog. It's the only one I know.
Colin's gonna make someone say masturbating bear. May as well be me.
Paul Rudd shows a clip of Mac and Me.
Mhm.
Of Mash and Me?
Mac and Me. It's this really dumb alien movie.
And that
Made
is
for great
time.
It's a
Ian,
masterpiece.
you're first.
So we actually watched, I guess, the final clip of this for Paul Rudd, showing a clip of Mac and Me.
And it was fantastic. Paul Rudd shows a clip of the movie Mac and Me.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. $6.
An underrated gem.
Yes, Nate.
It's on Mystery Science Theater 3000 if anyone wants to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Triumph the Comic Insult Dog is literally the only one I know.
$1, very good. Lydia.
Jared say the masturbating bear.
That is correct. The masturbating bear. And when he went to TBS and couldn't use it, it became the self-pleasuring panda. Jared.
The lever that shows clips from Walker, Texas Ranger.
I need him to bring that back one more time. Yes, Walker, Texas Ranger. And we'll loop back around to Ian.
That was the last one that I like genuinely knew, and I don't remember what anyone else said about other things. I'll say Artie Kendall, the singing bellboy.
Not Artie Kendall, the singing bellboy. That'll be fun though. Nate.
I don't know any of the rest of them. I can only guess that number 2 is making fun of Andy's age, Andy Richter's.
Not Andy Richter's age. No, sorry. Lydia.
Pass to Jared.
Okay, so Jared gets to give 2 answers then.
Oh, great, because I only know the one. I said it during the 30 seconds. Number 2 is Abe Vigoda.
It's not the one I was looking for, but he did that as well. So yeah, I put Larry King, but he made fun of Abe Vigoda just as much. That is correct. $2. And you
I
get
share a
one more.
birthday with Abe Vigoda, and I was genuinely sad when he passed away.
I know. So one more then. Or you can use your rollover.
It's strictly business. It was just business, Jared.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I have no clue. I'm gonna use my rollover to Ian because I think he would have a better stab at this than everyone else here.
Ian.
I literally just said I don't know any of these.
But you've watched the show, so maybe an educated guess.
I have. I don't know. I'll just say number 9 is Basic Cable Show.
No, I'm sorry. All right, we'll go over the other answers here. This is a great one. I'm sad people missed this. Clips of Alex Trebek smushed together to sound like gibberish. Artie Kendall, the singing ghost. William Shatner recites Sarah Palin. Basic Cable named that tune. The wax statue is on his Tonight Show. He shot him out of a cannon. Tom Cruise and Fonzie. I will go tally up the bank for that round if anyone wants to make any accusations. Had 3 tie breaks. I'd gang up on someone even if they're not the cheater.
I'm voting for Lydia because she was the cheater last week. So
Solid reasoning.
Yeah.
I'm voting for Jared because I voted for Jared the last 3 rounds and nobody's agreed with me. Something like that. Colin immediately looked at the record. Like, is that true?
I'm also voting for Jared because I'm pretty confident.
Jared, defend yourself.
I might just vote for myself again.
You did do that one. It's a pretty strong move. That's exactly what the cheater would do.
At the end of that round, up to a total of 68-56. Now, Brian, you have another fact about our cheater?
Oh yeah, this is a real fact about the cheater. The cheater thinks that Bill Belichick had some good ideas.
Bill Belichick, of course, not one of the 10 most portrayed people in film. All right.
No, he's
Lydia,
number 1.
Jared, Ian, Nate, send me your votes. All the votes are in. Time to see who is leaving the game. 4 players, 4 votes. Lydia, we will start with you.
I voted for Jared.
1 for Jared. Ian.
I'm man of my word and I voted for Jared.
2 for Jared. If he gets one more, he is out. Nate.
Jared.
3 votes for Jared. He has been
Jared.
voted out of the game.
Wait, but did
And
Jared
Jared.
vote for himself?
Now we
need-
have to know, were you the cheater?
No, sure wasn't.
He was not the cheater. Money's been cut in half for a
You were
fifth,
the
fifth time.
Pretend.
39-28 in the bank. 3 players remain. One of them has been cheating since the beginning of the game. When we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal, see if they can take home that whole bank. Be right back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. We have 3 players left and 39-28 in the bank. 5 honest players have left the game. The cheater has remained. Players, here's how our final round is going to work. If after these 2 questions, our 2 honest players can spot the cheater, they're going to split that entire bank 50-50. But if they fail to vote out the cheater, money is cut in half, and the audience gets to decide who wins the game. And if the audience decides correctly, they get some money as well. But you don't want that. You want to be able to choose your own destiny in this game. So we'll move on to our final 2 questions. See how much more money we can add to the bank. Okay, first question. Name the top 10 worst role models in sports, past or present, according to Sports World News. 30 seconds to talk it over. When time runs out, we'll go to Nate for his first answer. Go.
Aaron Hernandez.
Ray Caruth. O.J. Simpson. Tanya Harding. Charles Barkley.
And that is time. There are plenty of options to choose from, obviously, and Nate, you are first.
I'm going, the first one that came to mind was Ray Caruth.
Yeah, Ray Caruth, number 2, very good, $1. Okay, Lydia, you're next.
I heard Nick say Tanya Harding. Let's try her.
Number 9, Tanya Harding, $4.50. Ian.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, has to be number 1, right? O.J. Simpson. No one should star in 3 Naked Gun movies. Back to Nate.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger is number 8, $4. Very
Wow.
good. Lydia, we're back to you.
Wasn't there like a huge scandal with Pete Rose, like gambling or something?
I really thought he should have made the list too, but no, Pete Rose does not make the 10 worst role. And finally, Ian.
Maybe this is just because I have a coworker who is obsessed with him, but I'm very tempted to say Aaron Hernandez.
For whatever reason, Aaron Hernandez did not make the list.
Wow.
Even though he murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Kind of
Guess
surprised.
he's
at
just that charming. All right, we'll go over the
Yeah,
other.
didn't clear the Jared, I think clear the hurdle.
Ray, oh, it's only athletes, not coaches, I believe. So Belichick can make it. Ray Rice,
Mike Tyson.
Lance Armstrong. Doping, of course, worse than murder, according to these people.
Of course.
Lenny
Yeah.
Dykstra. Lamar Odom. Again, dating a Kardashian, murder. Donnie Manziel, and the $5 answer, Grayson Allen,
Mike
whose
Tyson.
crime is, of course, looking like Ted Cruz.
Mike Tyson cut his ears off.
And Tyson has done a lot worse than that, too.
Yeah.
Moving to our final question of the game, Ian and Nate, you still have your rollovers. Okay, name the Martin Scorsese film by the scene where characters argue about the definition of a word. Funny like a clown. I am Messiah doesn't do miracles, he is the miracle. Does that look clean to you? Nothing's clean, Howard, but we do our best, right? Do you want to be a cop or do you want to appear to be a cop? A lot of guys just want to appear to be cops. You saying that about me? Who else would I be talking about? I'm no pusher. I've never been pushed. No, just a part about contradictions. You are that. Whispers to Tulio, not the whispers they blew up in a car around that same time. This is the other whispers. What's a mook? A mook? What's a mook? I don't know. What's a mook? Adjourned? What do you mean adjourned? Mr. Chairman, Senator, you promised me a hearing. I got this non-alcoholic shit. What's that? It's like a non-alcoholic beer. It's got no alcohol. It's a beer? Yeah, with no alcohol. What do you think? You look good, but is it sexy? Sexy for Phoenix. 30 seconds to talk it over, and then we'll go to Lydia for her first answer. Go.
Someone just like say Scorsese movies.
I know like one and a half of these. I'm not a Scorsese film buff.
Neither.
I know the deep cuts here.
Well, in that 30 seconds, we did get one Scorsese film, Silence. Okay, Lydia.
Nice.
All right, well, going low hanging fruit there. I'm funny how? Funny like a clown? I amuse you? Joe Pesci, Goodfellas.
Yes, Goodfellas. Very good. $1. Ian.
I just like, I know I've seen more of his movies. It's like, and obviously he's very good at what he does, but I just don't really know many Scorsese movies. I was convinced that 3 was Pulp Fiction, but he didn't even do that. So I couldn't even begin to guess. I'll say, I don't know. Number 4 is like The Usual Suspects, I guess.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey.
What a shock.
I don't know any of these, so I'm going to use my rollover to Lydia.
All right, Lydia.
Super. I think number 5 is it's like you talking about me. I think that's Taxi Driver.
That is Taxi Driver. It's not the "you're talking to me" scene, but yeah, Taxi Driver. Very good. And you get to go again.
Number 2, Life of Brian. I don't know.
Not Life of Brian. I'm sorry. No. Ian.
Oh boy. I'll only guess this one because I think it was him, but I'll say that number 10 is, I'm so scared to say anything because I know I'll be judged for no matter what I say. I'll say that number 10 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, you have now said 2 Tarantino movies.
There we go.
And finally, Nate.
No, I don't know. No, not applicable. I don't know.
All right. We'll go over the other answers here. You can shout them out here. Number 2. Last
That's the
of
Last
Christ.
Temptation of Christ.
Yep. 3 is about Howard Hughes.
Aviator.
Yep. Number 4. Departed.
No. Departed.
6 is The Irishman. 7.
The Casino.
Those are different movies.
Main Streets.
8 is Casino. 9, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
$10 answer. Great movie. None of the people have seen. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Oh, okay.
All right. Lydia, Ian, Nate, we have our final bank for the night. And you 3 are playing for 55-28. If the 2 honest players can spot the cheater, they will split that 50-50. If not, we cut it in half once more. An honest player leaves the game and the audience gets to decide. So it's time for you 3 to fight it out, debate, and then cast your final votes. Here are your game totals. So Lydia, Ian, Nate, talk it out.
I mean, I got to be honest. I was rooting for Nate this whole time. Really wanted to help you get to the final round. But then you took the coward's way out and wouldn't dare embarrass yourself like I did saying a not Scorsese movie. So you have a...
Oh, awful.
It's for petty reasons, but that's all I got.
That's reasonable. At this point, I'm voting for Lydia. Just, I don't know. It's a complete right brain, nonverbal understanding of the problem. It's just complete feel.
Lydia, what do you think?
I'm gonna throw it back at Nate, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair.
Nate, do you want to defend yourself since it looks like 2 of them might be heading towards you? Convince one of them?
I I understand the reactivity of that interaction, Lydia, but it isn't me. If it's not you, then I apologize for accusing you. But if it is, then it makes perfect sense that you would just accuse me back.
Anyone else have anything to say? All right, Brian, you're going to go ahead and read our last cheater fact.
Okay, and I saved this for last because it's the most shocking to me. I found out when building a jigsaw puzzle with others, the cheater will steal a puzzle piece and secretly hold it back so that they can be the one to place the final piece.
But will they be placing the final piece in this pot tonight? Lydia, Ian, Nate, it's time to lock in your votes. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. The final vote has been locked in. Time to see if our two honest players can spot the cheater. Lydia, Ian, Nate, here we are at the final round, and 55-28 is on the line. Lydia, we're going to start with you. Who do you think the cheater is?
I had to vote for Nate.
Okay, that is one vote for Nate. Nate, what do you think?
I can't believe the cheater's going to win again. I voted for Lydia.
We don't necessarily know that. One for Nate, one for Lydia. Ian, you're on the
Not
spot.
yet.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm so scared. I voted for Nate.
That is two
Yeah,
votes for
I
Nate, and he has been voted out. Nate,
So close.
the ultimate moment of truth. 55-28. Were you the cheater?
I was not.
You were not the cheater. I'm sorry. That means Ian, Lydia, has been cut in half, down to 27-64. So here's how it's going to work. You're each going to have 15 final seconds to defend yourselves, and the audience will vote. If the majority of the audience can spot the cheater will take home half of that bank, 1382, and the audience will split the other 1382. But if they fail to vote out the cheater takes home the entire 27-64. So keep that in mind. You're going to have 15 final seconds to defend yourself. Lydia, you get to go first. Go.
I've never really been very good at this part of the game because I am horrible at defending myself. I'm not the cheater. Ian's the cheater. Not for Ian.
Okay. Ian, 15 seconds. Go.
I mean, first of all, Lydia is very clearly the cheater. I think that the cats chasing around the mice was just a misdirect. I don't even know if she actually has cats. Clearly just a liar.
Time. All right.
Oh.
That is time.
Wow.
Chris, Amy, Liz, Tom, Susan, CK, Langley, Ash, Jared, and Nate. It is your time to vote. I need all 10 of you to please send me the name of the player you think is the cheater. If the majority of you get it right, you're going to be splitting some of that money. I'll pull up your final game totals. All the votes are in, and it's time to find out if our audience is right and see who'll be taking home that money. Now, before we reveal it, we have an even number of players, which means the player who scored more over the course of the game gets to eliminate the vote of their choice. Tonight, that player was Lydia. Lydia, which vote would you like to knock out?
Liz.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
So if Liz voted for the correct person and the audience gets it right, she will still split part of that money, but it will not count towards the final total, just to prevent tie breaks. So you have knocked Liz's vote out of the game. And now we have to know, you've been lying since round 1. Now it's time to find out the truth. Lydia, Ian, which of you was it? Who was the cheater?
It was me.
It was Lydia. Okay. Let's see if the
What?
audience has spotted the cheater. Lydia, congratulations in advance. You've cheated through 6 rounds. That is very tough. You have fooled 6 opponents. We're going to start right from the top. Chris, who'd you say?
I voted for Lydia.
1 for Lydia. Amy,
I voted for Ian.
1 for Ian. Tom,
I voted for Lydia.
2 for Lydia. 3 more, and the audience and Ian will win. Susan,
Oh, I voted for Lydia.
3 for Lydia. She is 2 away from being out of the game. CK.
I voted for Lydia.
That is 4 for Lydia. 1 more, and our audience will have won. Langley.
And now I screwed up. I voted for Ian.
Oh no, he said Ian. All right,
Could you?
that is 4 for Lydia and 2 for Ian. Ash.
Man, I said Ian.
3 for Ian. 4
That
for
makes sense
Lydia.
to me.
Jared.
I said Lydia.
Lydia, which means congratulations, Ian and the audience. You will be splitting our pot. Now let's take a look what the other players said before we divvy up your totals here. Nate,
I said Ian.
you said Ian. And Liz, we can reveal that you also said,
I said Lydia.
you said Lydia, which means Ian is our winner tonight. He takes home 1382. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 audience members who got it right. Congratulations, Ian and audience. That's how we play Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time. And our next upcoming episode is our special 2-week, 1-year anniversary game. Stay tuned for that because you, the home audience, will get to vote out a player on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Goodbye.
And then there's always my favorite Chris Farley.
I don't think his current net worth is all that high.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
current, yeah.
Too busy
I
imagining
really
what
only
the Dylan version sounds like.
Yeah, dude, I only Cohen because of like
There's a secret chord.
But are we sure? Are we really sure that Dylan did that song and it wasn't just like, oh, I can't hear.
Nah, Dylan had to have done everything.
What
I'm
was that
voting for
Dylan version
Langley.
again?
So
That sounds like Dylan covering Chacaron Macaron.
Impeccable. You guys, I'm voting.
And the Count Von Count version of Hallelujah. No, Ian, you're one secret chord. Now we have to know. You've been lying since round 1. Langley, sorry. You've been lying since round 1. Ian, Lydia.
All right, Langley.
I combined Lydia and Ian and it came out Langley. Oh, Langley, you're not the cheater. Okay.
If I had stayed with my ex, I could have been related to Meryl Streep.
Ooh. I don't think that's how being related to things works.
Well, because they're family members by marriage. So, like, she'd be a member of.
And then the River Wild, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.